Hi, I want to talk about vectors today. Vectors are sort of similar to arrays. They're a way to store a sequence of information or set of information or what have you. They're similar in arrays like that. However, with vectors, we can dynamically insert and delete elements in our data, in our vector, without having to think about allocating memory or running past the count in the vector the way we do with arrays, because we can always, and we don't have to keep track of the amount used in an array, because we can actually do that with vectors alone by just calling a member function like dot size, and that tells you the size, the amount of elements used. Since we're already here in the header of the program, let's talk about how we can even start working with vectors. So we want to include the vector library. And here, since we're in the header, when we want to call by reference a vector, previously with arrays, it automatically called by reference the array when we pass it in a function. But with vectors, we have to include the ampersand to do a call by reference. That's strict. And then let's go down. Here's how you would usually initialize vectors. So here we have three kind of different types of initialization, or two different types of initializations of vectors. So here, how a vector is initialized is first you call upon the vector library, and then you include the data type that you want to work with. So here we're working with integers, and then we have the name of our vector v1, and we actually strictly define it with these curly brackets of a size of 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a strict definition of what a vector could be. We can also initialize a vector, but just include just its size, where it will initialize a vector v2 with a size of 10 elements, but all the elements are equal to 0, unless we edit the vector. But yeah, so that's in this code. It looks like we swap the first and last characters of, or first and last numbers of the vectors, and we can see that when we pass in the code. Let me run this through. And so we have v1 here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then swapped it's 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that works by calling the vector by reference. Here v2, nothing happens. See, it's empty elements of 0, and swapped it should be all empty elements of 0, and then here we swap 3 and 1. Anyways, that's a demonstration of how to work with vectors in C++. Thank you for watching.